camera. Okay.
No,
Yeah, I think you just stuck your finger on it.
September 21st,
Like, you look at yourself, but then you're not looking at the camera. It's so weird.
the last day of summer.
I don't know.
Oh, it's true. 22nd.
Oh,
Oh,
it was
Today's the
50
first day of
degrees here this
fall.
morning.
Yeah.
I think today might be my Mary Kay anniversary.
Woohoo!
It might be. It's today or tomorrow.
Great day.
Yay!
Oh, it's tomorrow. Okay. I have a day.
Happy anniversary.
My
Yes.
Anniversary.
7 years.
Woo woo! You put up with me for 7 years.
meetup that I did last hour, they had a challenge. So you guys have to text me or Voxer me how you did on your challenge, okay? But we are so excited that you guys are on. I have my little notes here, and we are going to do some screen share. And remind me, Amy, I did figure out why you couldn't see people while the slideshow was on. So I'll tell you how to do that. Okay, so today is September 21st, Christine's anniversary. Happy anniversary!
Woo woo woo!
Okay, so let's do our career path introductions. And
Anniversary.
Amy is going to call out all of the names of our senior consultants. So Amy, can you see it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Give me just 1 second. Okay, so Stacy Swallows, Kelly Joyner, Linda Voss, Jamie Bolliard, Diana Murphy, Debbie Walter, Patty Palua. How do you say that one? Paluo?
You did great.
Joan Teal, Sarah Thompson, Kathy Nolan, Marina Tool Okoker, if I said that right, Jules Shipe, Vicky Starwalt, Robin Blickman, and Dee O'Brien.
Yay, let's give it up for our senior consultants. Okay, very good. All right, now you're gonna have to mute yourself. Okay, Christine, can you, since you're one of them, can you announce who all of our red jackets are?
Of course. So we have Consuelo Crespo, myself, Christine McKnight Evangelista, Marcia Stevens, Kathy Crawford, and the beautiful Amy Paul.
Hey, let's give it up for these ladies. Whoop, whoop. Okay, team leader, Joan, can you announce who our team leader is?
Jackie Eisenman.
Yay. So I think we've got some space there for growth, ladies, right? We got some space there. All right. And then Sayonara is our elite team leader. And you know what? I don't see her on, but if she pops on, Andrea, please let me know. Okay. And she's this beautiful Brazilian that lives in Georgia, in the Atlanta area. All right, and then I don't know who these two women are, but they are sharp.
Woo woo!
Super cute. So you guys, this is the position we are all working towards right here. This is the position, directorship, and it's got to be work every single day, and that's what we're going to be training on tonight. Is what has to happen, what you choose to do every single day that will get you in this position. All right, so let's do some weekly recognition. I want y'all to get out your Spark form, and next week we'll do the rest of the whole month. We'll do all the monthly recognition, I think, next week, or the week after that. So we're just gonna do weekly, and this is your Spark form right here, and there's categories here, and then some are weekly and some are monthly. And then you choose what you want as your prize. So you guys, let's do it. Here we go. You get 10 points if you're here. Whoop, whoop. Who got 10 points? Yay! I think everybody here got 10 points. Did y'all all get 10 points? Are you here? Laura's laughing. You're here? Okay, then you got 10 points. Yay. Just for showing up. You know, in Mary Kay, you get a ribbon just for showing up. Okay, you get 10 points for turning in your weekly accomplishment sheet by yesterday. And so we have Laura Buckles, Mary Ellen Grunther, Sayonara, Christine, Amy, Donna, Jules, Zulema, Stacy, and Adajani. And just a little side note here, guys. I had a coaching call with Jules when the new year started, and I convinced her to put it on her phone as a reminder every Sunday before you go to bed, turn in your weekly accomplishment. And so sometimes we have to put those reminders in there. I have so many alarms set on my phone, it's crazy. So it's okay to have those reminders. That's what helps you remember to do what you need to do. It's all about accountability. You see that? That sign is green because when you're accountable, you're going. All right. So how many faces have y'all done in the last week? Show me with your fingers. You get 10 points for every new face. 10 points for every new face. So jot that down. That's how you win the prizes. Okay. Who was that, Andrea? Who just got
So I am not on my regular computer being at the hotel. I have my iPad and I don't see all of the things I normally see.
Okay, then I will check. Okay, guess what? Our queen with almost $1,000 week isn't here. So our first round is Stacy Swallow. So Stacy, you're our queen tonight. Stacy. So unmute yourself and speak.
Thank you.
Woo-hoo!
You our week, which is over $300 in sales. So Laura, you're going to be talking about your week as well. But Stacy, tell us what you're doing.
Well, I was pushing hard to finish up Star, so I put out a call and I sold some gift certificates, and she turned it right around and purchased over $200 with it. And then I just had some reorders, and the new lip glosses are going off the shelf faster than I can keep them on. So it's great.
We had a party, right?
Oh,
Well, I had 2 parties over the weekend. I had one guest of my own on each. So
Woo!
okay.
you guys should have joined me. Nobody joined me. It was sad.
Tried.
Fun.
I tried. Okay.
I know.
We want to hear from you, girlfriend. I think this is your biggest week ever, isn't it? Laura.
Where's Laura?
There?
Where's that hot shot?
She unmuted.
I'm not sure because my memory's not so good. But my sister-in-law came by with a friend, and that was a big boost. And then I had a surprise. I guess one of my cards made it out to someone, and she ordered online, and so I've been making contact with her to set up a party and all.
Yeah. Do you know good in your pocket or your purse? They work.
Hey, can I just throw in something, Joe?
Sure. You always.
I think Laura is just so humble. But you know, here's the thing about Laura. She came on to our team and she said, I just don't know if I'm going to be any good. But she showed up every single new consultant class. She has come every single week, maybe one time with a family emergency was she not on. She is on every Shipe. But here's the best part. She is applying the challenges into her week. And it's not a surprise at all to me that you're a star this week. I see you being a star every week, but I just really love the fact that she is, as Daisha Wiga, National Sales Director, says, I'm just going to be too dumb to doubt. She is just going out there and she is practicing everything that she has learned. I'm so proud of you, girl.
Thank you.
And that's the key, you guys. You can listen all you want, but until you put it into action, ACTION, action. Oh, okay. All right. And we do have some new people into our family in September and take advantage of all this. But I want you guys to look, 50% of our new people recruited by directors. Directors are working. Your directors are working. So who wants to go for a medal this month? 3 new personal team members in 1 month is a bronze, 4 is a silver, and 5 is a gold medal, and you get your name in the Applause magazine. Now, all they're doing is signing their agreement, ordering their 30 or their 100 or their 130. And it's not active. It's not active or qualified. It's signatures. So you guys keep that in mind when you're going for these goals. I know Jamie just signed up a new team member tonight, and Stacy, you're already one in. And so I think y'all got a head start. Let's do this. Take advantage of this $30 sign up. What's it called?
Start.
E-start. All right. Did anybody, well, I know I didn't have anybody do 3 sharing interviews with me, but did anybody do the 3 + 3 + 3? 50 points. You guys, come on. Especially you girls who had a star week, then you had to have at least 3 new faces. So all you had to do was just get your director on the phone and do 3 quick shares. Okay. All right. Well, next. Okay. H through N are completed at the end of the month, but I do want to acknowledge so far who are our firecrackers. So Alice, give it up for Alice. Alice is a firecracker. She is a star consultant and a firecracker. You see why I want a new picture, Alice? You're beautiful there, but I think we can do even better. Okay. So everyone, firecracker, or not firecracker, sparkler and above, earned this bracelet. The bracelet's gorgeous. Who's already got their bracelet? It's very pretty. Okay. Our sparklers so far are Zulema Sauceda. Yay. Zulema wave. Yay. Jamie Boyer. Jamie wave. Yay. Amy Paul. Amy wave. Where is she? Where'd she go?
I don't see any of them.
Gotta find her. There she is. Oh, she's doing her Miss America wave. Okay. Melissa's not on. She works night. Naima, I don't think she's on, and the rest are not on. Okay, well, they're lost. They lost their wave. Igniters. Okay, these are consultants that so far have done at least 300 wholesale. That means they've sold at least $600 in product in the month of September. So Francine Eisenman, Heather Martins, Adajani Barbosa, Kathy Nolan, Mary Ellen Grunther, Joan Teal, Diana Murphy, Jackie Ott, Audrey Landold, Akila Oliveira, Heidi Ollie, and Stacy Swallow. Yeah, y'all are selling, and that's why you are igniters. Yay. Okay, let's go to announcements. All right, let's see who's still on target. These are the people who are still on target for earning this gorgeous necklace when you are consistent with the Spark Club July 1st through December 31st. So Jamie, Zulema, Marcia, Elizabeth, Christine, Stacy, and then you've got some directors too. So you guys, every month, selling at least that $600 order. Super important. Hang on.
To mute somebody on the phone. If you're on the phone, I think 240 something. If you could mute yourself.
Yay! I'm trying to do it as well.
I know, and I'm not much help on my iPad.
Oh, that's okay. I think I got it. Okay. Yeah, I got it.
Now it's, yeah.
Okay. So you guys, consistency. You're going to hear that a lot tonight. Discipline and consistency. Consistency and discipline. Accountability. You know, we don't want to have discipline or consistency or accountability in our Mary Kay business, but what do we demand of our kids? What do we demand of our spouses? What is demanded of us at our JOBs? So why do we not give ourselves the reward of the discipline, the accountability, and the consistency in our own business, which is going to pay us more than anything? I mean, when I hear people say, I ain't got no money, I don't know nobody with no money, I'm broke. You know, what's that song, Andrea? If you ain't got no
money, take your broke self home.
But you know what, guys? You have a way to make instant cash. Make a phone call. Reach out to somebody. Sell a lip gloss, sell a lipstick. Good stuff. Okay, so this is our Perfect Start, Power Start, and Power Start Plus. When you do that, you fill out I won a prize, and you will be getting that gorgeous charm. Y'all are building those charm bracelets. And these are all of our consultants that are on target for Consistency Club, doing 11 out of 12 months of placing just a minimum order, 225. That means they're selling around $450, $500 a month. And that's just 2 or 3 faces. And they're all in our consistency. You get 1 miss a year. So if you've already missed a month, don't miss another one, okay? This is the All-Star Flyer. Just want to keep it in front of you, you guys. Take a picture of it. Have it on your board. Put it up on your mirror, in your bathroom, in your bedroom, in your kitchen. This is what you're going for. These Ted Baker purses are gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. You're going to love having these. I know, Amy, have you enjoyed using your Ted Baker purse? Have you used it yet? Okay, I finally used mine, so. All right, so this is our Princess Court of Sharing, and this starts July 1st, and it goes through June 30th. Y'all, this is what you're focused on. Princess Court, National Courts. If you can be halfway to Princess Court by December 31st, you could do National Court, okay? But look at this gorgeous jewelry. Oh my gosh, it's absolutely fabulous. And if you do both courts, you get an additional bracelet to go along with it. You know, these are the kind of princess prizes that we earn and we deserve. So you've got to focus on it and you've got to track it. Track it, track it, track it. Consistency, discipline. Here you go. Okay, National Court. Now you do the National Courts, you still get the Princess Court jewelry. D, all of the above. And you will also get this gorgeous jewelry right here for doing a National Court. Don't sit there and say, oh, I can't do that. It's only September. You've got lots of time. Break it down. Now, this is where I want to feature our star consultants. I'm so proud of these ladies. So, so, so proud. Our sapphires were Jamie and Alice, Maureen, Marcia, Adajani, and Amy, just really, really stretching there. Zulema was a ruby star consultant, and Sayonara is a diamond. But I never want the directors to compete with the consultants, but I think it's good that you guys know that we're working too. We are working too. So these are your director star consultants, and you know, sometimes you just gotta kind of give it up for the fact that you have directors that are in the field working. Because how do you lead? By example, by example, by example. Okay, so our training tonight is going to be on booking with consistency. Repetition makes for sustaining success. Discipline, accountability, repetition, consistency. So, Andrea, take it away, girlfriend.
Hey, thank you. If you don't mind making me the spotlight, I also wanted to let everybody know that Stacy Swallows was a star consultant.
Oh,
Somehow.
I'm so sorry.
So that is super, super exciting. I am blessed to be able to give you this training tonight. Who here, I'm not going to be able to see everybody, but just play along with me and shake your head and smile, and the energy will come through the broadband. But who here feels like I set a goal to be a star? I really, really, really feel like I worked towards it, and it didn't come together. Who here set a goal to be a star, but maybe that was more talk versus daily intention? Maybe somebody? So tonight is really going to be about those people, and for those people who feel like, I want to up my game. Maybe I am happy that I made Sapphire Star, but I haven't made Pearl Star. Or maybe I'm really excited that I've been a repeat Pearl Star, but I haven't had a team be redrageous and produce 2,000 minimum a month. You see, I think sometimes taking a break where you have time to read and grow allows you to just fall back in love with the basics of our business. And tonight I really thought, for those who said, dang it, enough's enough. I wanted to be a first quarter star. Maybe I missed it. maybe I didn't, but I'm going to finish second quarter, and I'm not going to do it at the nth hour. I'm going to be somebody who finishes early. Now, I'm bringing y'all back to one of the books that I had started. I still haven't finished, but I had some time on our trip to dive back in to some of the chapters. And if you really do want to take your business, you want to take your life, you know, I was listening to a podcast, and what they said in that podcast is right now in this pandemic, you either are going to lose yourself because of the pandemic, or you are going to reinvent yourself because of the pandemic. And that to me really excited me, because I thought this is that moment. No matter what's happening with your business, with your family, this is that moment where you can dig deep to become an even better you. So just give me an amen. Type it in the chat box if you're with me, if you're excited to just take it a level, a higher, you know, up a notch to elevate your performance. Because we all we talk a lot about habits. You'll hear me talk a lot about systems. Since the beginning of our seminar year, for my girls especially, I've created different systems. I've used that word because I want to bring you back to some quotes earlier in this book. First of all, you do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. So those of you who had STAR as a goal, it wasn't that you aren't good enough for that STAR. It simply means that you fell to your system. And everything that doesn't take thought that you do, that's a system. And so I can't read chats. I see a lot coming in, but I appreciate you. Keep them coming. But that is not about you per se. It's not about you as an individual being worthy or not being capable. It really isn't. It really is based on your outcomes. So here's again another quote. Your outcomes are a lagging measure of your habits. The reason you're not in your size 6 jeans anymore is not because you are a fool, you are lazy. It's none of that. Even laziness isn't even who you are. It really is just a lagging measure of your habits. You've just allowed yourself to pick up some bad habits. That's all it is. So once you, as a very educated, very mature boss babe, make the decision that, you know what, that habit is no longer serving me, then you're now ready. That's awareness. Now you're ready to be looking at what is it that you are doing and what are you not doing. So the next quote that I brought back from earlier in the book is, systems are about the processes that lead to those results. We do not have goals of being on the Queen's Court of Sales and the Queen and the princess jewelry. That's a result of your goal. But a goal is not necessarily that, because if that is your goal, maybe you have created that as your goal, but if you've ever done this in the past, you get that and then all of a sudden you don't really work at all and you start going backwards. That's because you really didn't take the journey towards your ultimate self is the goal. The journey to be, like I'm going to leave it blank for you. What is it that you really want to be? Wealthy? Financially free? Do you want to be somebody who's unstoppable, that you are so confident in who you are that you just attract success? Do you want to be peaceful? What is it you want to be? Because that's truly the goal. The rewards, if you will, are the Princess Court, are the Ted Baker bags, are the National Court of Sales. So I want you to think even bigger than just, oh, those prizes don't excite me. No. And that's because it's the journey that, boy, I'm getting a lot of text messages. Let me turn that one off. It's the journey that really needs to be the ultimate system. And the processes that we develop are going to be giving us that ultimate goal. And along the way, you're going to be rewarded handsomely. Okay, are we ready to keep going? That's the prelude for my talk tonight. Okay, so in order to really look at habits and to move forward. I am jumping ahead in this book, and I'm going to share a couple of things that really were powerful. And the biggest one that I think is great to start was one chapter. He talks about a professor from the University of Florida. And so this professor decided to do a study. And he said that on first day of school, he said that all this half of the room, you're only going to be graded based on how many pictures you take. It's a photography class, forgive me. You're only going to be graded based on how many pictures you turn in. And then there was this half of the classroom, and he said, you're only going to be graded based on the perfect picture that you turn in. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. Have a great semester. And so the A section of the class turned in thousands and thousands of pictures. The B section of the class, they struggled all semester finding that perfect picture. Now, what happened? He found that at the end of the term, he was surprised to find that all of the best photos were produced by the quantity group. During the semester, those are the ones busy taking classes, experimenting with composition, lighting, testing out various methods in the darkroom, and learning from their mistakes. In the process of creating hundreds of photos, they honed their skills. So, as Voltaire, who, man, I remember reading about him in high school. I haven't opened up that book, but Voltaire quoted, "The best is the enemy of the good." So it really brings us back to how many of us are waiting till we have that perfect script to say hello to somebody and make a new connection. How many of us are waiting for that perfect time of the day where we're never going to be interrupted to make a booking attempt? How many of us are waiting till we get everything perfect in the family or the cooking or the kids' homework before we sit down to actually follow up with our customer and see if they're happy with the products? The best is the enemy of the good. So when you're in motion, that's exciting. We can totally be in motion. But he goes on to talk about there is a real difference between being in motion and taking action. Ooh, this was good for me. This was really good for me. The two ideas are similar, but they're so not the same. If you're in motion, you're planning, you're strategizing, you're learning. But guess what? They don't produce the result. If you're in action, however, action is where you get the kinks out. Action is where you hone your skills. Action is where you actually maybe flub up a couple times, but in the process, you develop a team, especially in our business, whether it's a team of customers or a team. The more often than not, we do it because, so it goes on to say, why do we, keep the motion going? Well, we do it because motion allows us to feel like we're making progress without running the risk of failure. It doesn't feel good to fail or to be judged publicly, but man, we're working on it. We're in motion. We're working on it. And I believe that it was my director's meeting a couple weeks where the $1 million director, she just said when she realized that she had allowed herself to say, I'm working on it, she caught it. This is the first form of catching yourself, being aware. She said, no, from now on, I'm doing it. Just that simple switch in her mind and in her vocabularies. So he goes on to say, getting the reps in. So how do you create a habit? And as he said, how do you get your reps in? So some of the things that I'm going to keep moving on this. He says one group was active practice, the other was passive learning, one in action, the other in motion. So the ones that were trying to be perfect, they were in the motion. The ones that were just taking millions of pictures. So I thought it would be really, really great as I share a little bit more. I'm going to give you a challenge that Joe and I thought would be so powerful this week. Because when you have something that you can do on a daily basis, Yes, we have our challenge every week of 3 + 3 + 3. But let's be honest, we haven't done it. We haven't done it. And I'm using we collectively. Okay, I'm not trying to pin, I mean, all of us could up our game. Yes. Okay, so I'm using that collectively. So if you're somebody who's just like, man, have I even tracked 1 + 1 + 1? Maybe I want to set that. We in Mary Kay get so excited about these big goals, and my husband's always like, yeah, you're going to do $500,000 in the next month. Okay, let's just, most of the world, business world is excited when we have a 10% growth. That's business. In the business world, they're excited if you can do a 10% growth. And so I think that what this book is really saying is, again, let's make it so darn easy that we can actually do what we say we want to do. And that takes me to the next chapter. Habits are formed on frequency, not time. So he says, in order to be somebody who, if your goal is to be wealthy, if your goal is to be healthy, if your goal is to be a confident magnet, unstoppable, what is the word that is your ultimate? Right? It's not just having a certain amount of bookings. It's achieving all of those bookings, achieving all of those sales every single month. It's achieving your customer base that's on every single skincare set, because you are in the journey to become this kind of a person, this kind of a human being. And so in that process, it really needs to be something that's easy. Okay, so let's talk about what is preventing us from having a habit that we can do on a daily basis. So actually right now, everybody, let's just pause for a second. I'm going to put this in the chat box. Yay. Okay. I'm going to totally read these later because I don't want to hold up our time, but I'm going to put it in the.
Dee had a good question.
Oh,
repeat. Oh, now I lost it. Repeat
the frequency quote. Oh, okay. I did not, but I'm going to tell you right. Okay. Yes. And this will bring us back to, we've oftentimes heard 21 days to make a habit. That's actually not true.
No.
That has been incorporated. We said it for years and years and years with Mary Kay, especially. So he really said is research has found it's not 21 days to make a habit. It could be, but it could also be 21 years, just depending on how you as an individual incorporate it into your daily life. So this quote was, habits form based on frequency, not time. So it's not 21 days, it's based on frequency. So I'll show you this little, I think, let me just close this out and then I'll go over. So you might be able to see if you're only doing 1 dial a week, you're really going to not have a habit form. But if you start doing 10 dials a day, 10 dials before 10, maybe even kick in and do 20 dials every single day. Now, all of a sudden, it's how much you're doing each day. So it's not frequency. It could be that it takes you a little longer than 21 days, but you're doing the right amount, but you're doing it long enough. And that's really what the researchers, I don't want to even find that one in there about the 21-day myth, but it might take you 21 weeks. It's just individual, and that's what basically they were finding out. It just depends. So let me go into this next chapter, which he says, you have the best intentions. We say, okay, I'm going to do it. But it has to be something that's so easy that you have. It's like stupid easy. It's got to be so stupid easy that you do it because there's no other reason you shouldn't. And so what I really, I'm going to stop right now because okay, I heard me. I put in the chat box a little script that I just made up today with Joanna that I would use when I want to meet somebody. We are in COVID. I'm not going to say that there's not a difference, but I started looking at some of my habits and what's my time. I'm sorry. Okay, good. I'm okay. So I wanted to tell you that on this time driving, I was like, okay, what are some of the habits that now that my daughter's at school, I've got my older son, I'll share that later, but my other son, it's, you know, he's virtual. Okay, I gotta pinpoint some of the bad habits I've picked up and then the good habits that I have. So where do I want to focus on? And so I started to become really aware of some things. And I think that personally, I've gotten caught up in this COVID, meaning that I have to do so much more on social media that I can't do our business the old way. Now, nobody said that to me. Somehow I just maybe decided that that was truth. And I realized that that's not necessarily true, that there are some things that we can still do just like we did prior COVID, which would be like actually talking to people and being out of your house. There are other people out of their house, and there are other people that are chit-chatting, even if they have a mask on. And I think for some reason I was like, oh, we can only meet people through social media. So I just want to give you permission, if you maybe created that your own block in your head, that I realized that, and I started saying, oh, okay, so I still can meet people. And sure enough, I've actually met a couple people over the last weekend using exactly what I am putting on the chat box. So when we talk about repetition, Joe and I, and I'm not done, but I'm just going to give you this challenge that we want you to celebrate a win. And yes, Alice, get out of your house. We want you to start looking at the biggest reason people don't reach star is because they're hitting up the same dang customers who've already bought whatever they can buy. That is, buy whatever they can buy. They don't want to book a party, but we keep asking the same people. We got to move on. And the reason that I earned my car and became a director in such a short period of time was I was constantly meeting new people. And my national, our adopted national, she said 3 a day. Joanna would say, hey, look, 3 a day. I came home many a times. I was done. And then I realized I didn't hit my 3 a day. I would get dressed up and I'd go back out 9 o'clock at night. Even if it was the janitors, I was going to get my 3 a day, for goodness sakes. And that's the habit that we want to start looking at. In the very beginning, you're only going to create a habit if it's very, very easy to incorporate in your day. So this is what Joe and I came up with earlier for you to have as a weekly challenge. It's going to start today. So are you ready? Pull up your chat box. I put in your chat box a little script. And this is the best and easiest challenge. And we can't wait for every single one of you to say, I did it, I'm a winner. 2 minutes, I'm going to get to that part of the chapter in a minute. For 2 minutes, if you can do the beginning of a habit for 2 minutes, 2 minutes, how many minutes? 2. Every single day, starting today until next Sunday, we're going to celebrate next. Well, let's do it 8 days. Do it Monday as well before our training call. You're going to practice this script. Now, if it's 2 minutes, you might need to read this 2 times. And then all of a sudden you don't want to read it. You want to like just try to memorize it and try to practice it. Again, those repetitions, right? So a couple of things that's in this book that brings out how when it becomes so stupid easy, you start to say, well, I don't need to stop at 2 minutes. Maybe I'll go a little further. Then it becomes a system that you're not even thinking about. And that's exactly what we're trying to look at, is how are some of the things that we're not even thinking about that we do is tripping us up. We don't rise to the level of our goals. We fall to the level of our systems. So we got some systems that's tripping us up, because otherwise we'd have more stars. And all of us win when we are stars, all of us. So let's just read this together. I'm in the chat box. Please go to my last chat. And this is just something that I would say if I hadn't talked to you at anywhere at the store. Okay. It was great to talk to you today, or talk with you. Have a great day. And I would actually turn. And then I would say, oh, by the way, I'm with Mary Kay, and I would love for you to be one of my virtual face models this month, this week, this afternoon, whatever your goal is. I'm in a huge face contest and I'd love to feature you. Would you be offended if I gave you a private skin analysis with a small gift for your opinion of our newest skin treatments? There's no obligation whatsoever. If you love it, great. If not, no big deal. You would totally help me win my contest. There's a simple thing that you are now, I would encourage you to use the scripts we give you. If you have a better script that we've given you, fine. The goal is I want you to practice that for 2 minutes starting today. And we're going to celebrate who has done this every single day. I'm not allowing myself to have my coffee in the morning until I do my 2 minutes. Who's with me? Okay, I can't see you, but just chat. Okay, so I'm going to keep moving on for a couple more minutes. And I want to just finish up by saying some of the other parts of this book. It's such a good book, and I really am getting a lot out of it. But I want you to say right here, we as human beings, okay, the way we just created, we're developed as a culture, as a human population, our goal is to always do the easiest. It's just who we are as human beings. It's not because you're a woman. It's not because you're a mom. Our real motivation is to do what is convenient and what is not going to take much energy. Okay. All right, Stacy, I saw that. So the more energy required, the less likely you're going to do it. So if you're sitting here as a brand new consultant, you're excited, you signed up, you want to change your life, you want to make a difference financially, maybe you're a seasoned consultant and you've just gotten back in the game. You're going to figure this virtual thing out. You're going to make this 2021 year your best year ever. It's got to be so easy that you remove the friction. What's friction? Okay, so we just said that our goal for the next 8 days is to practice our script. Now, our script is really not necessarily the booking script. That was more like a networking script. But if you're smart, I mean, Joanna just says, great, what time next week? Okay, let's put it in the date book. And right on your phone, you've already completed not only the networking, but the booking. That's a good use of time. That's what I'm going to be focusing on in my practice. But it's about the repetition. 2 minutes minimum a day. You get to say you're a winner. In fact, we should go ahead and put a little chat box on our Facebook page and celebrate every day those who do their repetitions. I think that would be great. What you really want is the outcome that the habit delivers. So again, the Princess Court, the Star Prizes, the Ted Bakers, those are just rewards for actually being somebody that creates a solid system so that you can be on the journey to become this amazing human being that you really in your heart want to be. So if you can make your good habits more convenient, then it'll be easier to follow through on. So some of the things that Joanna just said, are you setting yourself up and not for failure by not putting in your phone reminders? She just texted that. I was just going to say it. That is one of the easiest methods to make it stupid easy, right? Okay. Are you putting your homework right on top of your Mary Kay booking calendar? Well, there's a friction. Now you're feeling guilty that you really should be doing your homework because you just paid for this online course. That's friction. Are you putting your Mary Kay next to your Disney jar? Now that reduces friction because your Disney jar is your family holiday, the joy, the memories. You see, you've just erased the friction because now you want to go to Disney. Doing your dials is not going to be as much difficulty. Another example, I'd like to change from Mary Kay and just tell you something like, in this book, he talks about exercising. And if you're, for example, he says he has a ritual at 5 o'clock when he walks in. He either goes right to his bedroom and he puts on his workout clothes and he puts on his tennis shoes and his wife sees him doing that and then she does it and then together they go to the gym. Or if he doesn't go to his bedroom to change out of his clothes, he knows that he's not going to the gym. If he goes right to the couch and they decide to snuggle and forget the gym, let's watch a show, let's have dinner in the house, they're not going to follow through with their habit. So is going to the gym the habit? He says no. The habit that gets them to the gym is that they change right after work. He puts on his running shoes. That is the ritual. So now let's elevate to the next level. You have decided you want to do these booking calls. You've decided that you need to meet new people. Well, where is there friction? Are you leaving your house? That would be friction. If you're not leaving your house, then you're only allowing yourself to connect with people that you either know through social media, or maybe the uncomfortable feeling of doing something you haven't done before. Now, if you are leaving your house, where do you go that feels natural and comfortable? You start looking at these kind of things that will reduce friction. Do you have in your purse, oh, my purse is over there, your sampler bag? You're ready to go. You dress up. Maybe your one friction is you're not getting dressed early in the morning. So by the time you feel ready to go, you're looking shabby, but you got to go do your errands. And so now you don't want to talk to people. So there's friction. Are y'all with me? See, Joanna has it. So part of this whole process that I want to wrap things up and tell you that his comment was, when you have a ritual beforehand, you know it's going to be a done deal, but then you so look at how stupid easy would it be. So here's where I want to wrap this up for tonight, and I'll take some questions too, because I have pages of underlined parts of this. The greater the friction, the less likely you'll ever create the habit. So again, going back to, how are you going to take this small challenge of practicing this script for the next 8 days? Okay, so let's just brainstorm that, and then we're going to wrap it up. Okay, so maybe one friction you have is your family's watching TV. Is that something that you find prevents you from even going in your office? He said that if you're somebody who wants to stop the habit of the television, unplug the television, take out the batteries of the remote. That is removing friction, because now you have to put in the batteries if you want to even watch TV. So therefore, you might not be as tempted. You'll go back to your office. The ritual that he talks about, it's not that you're lazy. You just haven't created some of these positive things that will support. Again, systems are about the processes that lead to those results. So if you want to do your booking calls, what could be something, let's just brainstorm, what could be something that would make it easier to do the booking calls? Joanna says it's like putting your credit cards in the freezer. Yes, you are reducing friction to follow through with not spending the credit card. And I'm so glad some of you guys are getting the book. Let me give you something else he said. A little bit of friction can be the difference between sticking with a good habit or sliding into bad one. So for, here we go right there. He says, and as a dietitian, I'm going to, shoot, what's my little saying? Joe, help me out here. If you see it, you're going to want it. What am I trying to say? Okay, I can't think of my little saying. But anyway, if you, I tell everybody, and I did the same thing. When I wanted to really lower my my numbers and cut, I got rid of I can't think of it. So anyway, I got rid of anything in my fridge that would be tempting. So when I open my fridge, I don't see the chocolate ice cream. I don't see all those little things. If I really, really want it, I'll get in the car and I'll drive and get my ice cream cone, because that is reducing friction so I can stay on my habit. Okay. So the thing about the business, I think I'm going to wrap this up and just say, the ritual is something that you do to gear up. And in this book, he does talk about the ritual of putting on the shoes. As soon as he does that, he knows that he's going to follow through. So what's a little ritual that you could do for yourself that would make following through with your reps, just doing this script every single morning, 2 minutes. Now, why 2 minutes? Because if you can make it so stupid simple, you'll stick with it. Now, the chance is you might say, man, I'm pretty good at talking to myself in the kitchen, feeling pretty good about talking to strangers. Now they're not strangers. They're just friends you haven't met. So we start looking at what's going to help us reduce the friction so that we can do what we need to do. I didn't see any chats, but I would like to just open this up, and maybe, Joe, if you've heard some things about how we can help. I see some lists, but lists aren't always going to help us actually follow through on the booking call. So I think to just wrap this up, I would say, if you say, I'm going to do this as a practice rep, then maybe putting those scripts, copying what we just put in the chat box, just copy and paste it, put it on a Word document and make maybe 50 duplicates, put one on your dashboard of your car. I would say if 2 minutes in the morning seems too hard, how are you going to create a simple system where you're not even going to eat lunch before you practice? Some people in this book, he talks a little bit about stacking good habits. So I brush my teeth. This is an example. I brush my teeth, and then after I brush my teeth, I floss. So that's a habit stacking. So then from there, I don't go anywhere else until I do my bed. See, now I've created a stackable habit so that it gets me closer to where I want to go. So you can look at this book, but also just take the fact that with 2 minutes practicing every single day, ask yourself, where is there friction from me talking to new people? And start decreasing that friction, because you're starting to pay attention now. And then you start to look at, wow, I don't bring up my Mary Kay when I'm talking to strangers. That's friction. How can I reduce that friction? Maybe I'll wear more Mary Kay shirts. Maybe I'll have my Mary Kay mask. There's an idea. How do you reduce friction from networking? Mary Kay mask. Maybe it's not putting on your Mary Kay face in the morning. So that's friction from you connecting to people and asking them to be a face model towards your goal. Maybe another friction is you don't even have a goal for the week. So let's just finalize with, we're giving you a challenge, but we also want to give you that weekly goal, which is 3 + 3 + 3. But again, maybe that is not easy enough. So how can we make that easier? What if this week you gave yourself permission to get excited about 1 + 1 + $100 in sales? What if that could help reduce the friction so that you could be somebody that had a win every day, that you followed through, and you're creating a simple, like stupid simple system that anybody could do it? Joe, I'm going to open it up because I'm also about to lose my battery.
No.
I think I have a charger. Let me charge it.
Okay. I hope you guys are looking at the chats because we've had some good stuff in there. And I also wanted to show you guys on Facebook. Oh, okay, that's not it. On Facebook, I already put these scripts and then an alternate script. So it's already there. It's already there. You don't have to think about it. It's all right here. Okay. Just look for Jennifer Aniston because she's being Mary Kay and we just haven't let her in yet. So, ta-da! Okay. And another thing too, guys, is anytime I get into a place where there is friction, I do the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Like if you see someone sharp or you want to say something, you just go, okay, you've been practicing what you're going to say. It's a compliment, y'all. It's a compliment.
Amen.
Somebody, you are so sharp. You are so beautiful. I love your smile. Oh my gosh, you have great eyes. Oh, your daughter is adorable. Your son is so cute. You know, and then say, you know, I would kick myself all the way home if I didn't offer you my card. I'm with Mary Kay. What do you know of Mary Kay? That's one of my favorite things to say. I would kick myself all the way home if I didn't offer you my card. I'm with Mary Kay. What do you know of Mary Kay? Right? Okay. So I think this has been amazing. It's a lot of information. If y'all want to go back and watch it again, it will be posted on the Facebook page, probably by tonight. And you can watch it again and kind of fast forward through the RECO if you don't really want to see that, and then go for the rest. But you guys, this is brain power. This is brain change. And there are so many people not just in Mary Kay, but just in life in general, that are not pivoting, like Joan Teal said in the chat. They're not pivoting. They're saying, well, that's not the way we've done it. That's not the way we did it. Well, guess what? Those days are gone. Gone. Melita Daly closed her training center that she's had for 25 years and sold everything so she wasn't tempted to reopen it because everything is virtual. And yes, there is a lot of face-to-face as well. But imagine if you would go out and meet 3 to 4 people tomorrow, give them a little goodie bag, your business card, or just compliment them and give them your business card, and then find out if they know 10 people and say, you know, I'm in a huge goal to have a face model in every single state in the United States by the end of October. What states do you have friends in that would love to get on a virtual party with me? And then you start spreading it out. And now you've got pockets of people everywhere, everywhere. You're not just dealing with your box. You're dealing with lots of boxes because you have a goal, you have a timeline, you're sharing it with people, and you're excited. Okay? Remove the friction, remove the stuff, remove the negativity. Be consistent and disciplined and show up. Okay, how many of y'all are committed to doing some kind of script, whether it's ours or another one you like, for 2 minutes every day before coffee? Really, Dre? You're killing.
No, that's an idea. That was just an idea. No, that was just if.
I don't know if I can talk before coffee.
Okay, so can I just actually say one last thing about that is you guys record yourself and start to see your improvements. Everybody has a voice recorder, but if it's not before coffee, you've got to just find something that you can reward yourself with so that you can stay. Again, that would be for me, remove friction. Okay, I can't do this until I have my coffee, but record yourself. I think you're really going to find yourself feeling the frequency is going to help you feel more comfortable to tell people what you do, not feel ashamed, not feel insecure, and to be excited about it, because when your energy is excited, that's why Joe gets so many yeses. Your energy will say, it's okay. You could be excited too. If you're scared and you're doing it because you haven't practiced, people are going to say, I want to say yes, but something about you is preventing me from saying yes. I sense fear and I'm going to say no. It really is almost like this dog. I mean, it's silly, but it's true. Like they sense it.
Yeah. And you guys, I want to leave y'all with this thought that if I sat down with you, eye to eye, nose to nose, knee to knee, belly button to belly button, and said, if you would put Mary Kay on 250 faces, and do a marketing share of some type with every one of those faces, who do you know, who do you know, who do you know? And your result would be, you would be a unit club director. Not just a director, a unit club director. Would you say I'm going to drag it out over the next 10 years? Or would you say, I think I'm going to do it in the next 3 months? If time and space and fear was not the issue, you just put your blinders on and say, 250 faces, starting tomorrow, can I do it by Christmas? And those marketing shares with your director. Because you will learn what you like and what you don't like from what Andrea and I say to your potential guest. Okay? Donna's in. Donna's like, piece of cake. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So break it down, look at your schedule. Look where, and you might say, I don't know 250 people. No, but do you know 25? Because each of them know 10 people that you don't know. I know. I see the smoke coming out of Joan's ears. She's just processing. All right. So we got it? All right. So I want to leave y'all with a funny. there was a cartoon, it wasn't for real, but a cartoon on Facebook today that had a kindergartner on virtual school. Did you see it?
Yeah.
With, I didn't see it. Andy told me about it. With her teacher, and her mom completely forgot about it and is in the background completely naked. So there's your funny for the day. For what you do when the Zoom videos are on. All right, love you guys. Andrea, thanks for jumping on all the way from Oregon and moving your daughter in. I know that's been really a challenge for you and tiring. So we appreciate you being on and just pouring your knowledge into us. Thank you so much.
I'm proud of you guys. Have a great day.
Let's do it.